So at this point in our country, we should all realize what a good, have a grasp understanding of what diversity and different cultural understandings have brought to our society today. There's always been diversity. There's always going to be different religions and different ideas. It's what makes all of us who we are. Me, like myself, I was born in a Catholic household, so of course I'm gonna have a lot of values and traditions and traits that coincide with the Vatican and Catholic churches today. I bring this to you because I'm trying to persuade you all to remove the Ten Commandments and other religious influences from schools and other public settings for younger minds. One of the things, so let's go into defining what separation of church and state is. The First Amendment was adopted in 1791. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment or religion or prohibiting to the free exercise of thereof. Quote, Anna H. Raymond and J. Mark Alcorn. There's many speculations of what the Founding Fathers meant. All in all, they mainly made this so federal government would not actually acknowledge formal religions and other political opinions, which were proselytizing other religions over government or anything else. And I take that quote also from Anna H. Ryman. And it's basically saying prohibiting all forms of religious practicing within organizations that are federally governed, which of course include public schools and various other forms of that. Let's go into how you can violate that amendment. There are a number of things and a number of ways that are deemed inappropriate or violations of said First Amendment. There's been many violations before, so we have plenty of good examples. Take for an example in 1962, in the case of Engel versus Vidal, it was a public school in Alabama which thoroughly had a school-sponsored prayer, meaning they would have the kids step aside and have prayer during the school hours. Teachers teaching religious materials as a subject in a proselytizing way from Haynes is prohibited, and teachers should never ever have be teaching religion in any type of way in a teaching format. In 2019, 53% of teenagers said that they have witnessed or been invited to different forms of religious events. I get that from Lupu et al. And then again in 1985, in the case of Wallace versus Jaffrey, public schools in Alabama are setting times aside for silent prayer or different silent mediations. Again, I get that from Lupu et al. So when we're boiling down, if you allow the Ten Commandments and other religious influences to participate into your children's schools, they would only become conflict, because now you're having elders and teachers raising and promoting the idea that one religions are over the other because of their religious purpose, and they're the ones teaching. So it only makes the children confused and only spark more fire of the children retaliating and not accepting the schools, and only just brings more conflict into the community itself. Where everybody's different, no one's the same. Our point and our purpose in life and as a human being is to accept others and everything that others can bring to the table. We all have to have diversity if we are to move on as a species. If you feel that the words I just said can sway you to believe, to understand what I'm coming from, please sign my petition to prevent all 10 Commandments from the Holy Bible and all religious influences outside of public domain and public schools. As to quote a wise man once said, you have to be the change that you want to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.